Hey Sinead. So two things in this video. Number one is bar chords. So we're going to do two shapes that you can take up the fretboard and get any major or minor chord you like. There'll be a couple more after that, but we'll just start with these two. And then we'll go up on the third fret and we'll play right on a couple of different ways. Okay, so if you want a minor chord that isn't E minor, A minor, or D minor, you need to take one of those shapes and then bring it up the fretboard. So the one we did was A minor, which is this, of course. Now, so what you have to do, first of all, is play that without your first finger. So middle finger goes to where the first finger was, third finger goes to where the middle finger was, and little finger goes to where the third finger was. So it should sound exactly the same, but now you've got your first finger free. Now, when it comes to knowing how far up the fretboard you need to go, let's say you want a B minor chord or something like that, or an E minor even done this way. What you need to know is what all of the notes are fret by fret by fret. And all you need to know there is that it goes from A to G. All of them have a sharp one fret above, with the exception of B and E. Okay, so in other words, all that means is if you start off, this is your A string, so there's an A note, A sharp, so the A does have a sharp, B. Now B is one of the exceptions, so there's no sharp there, so we go straight to C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. Again, E is one of the exceptions, so that goes straight to F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and by the time you get up here past G sharp, you're back to A again. And you can hear the similarity as well. That's A and that's A, just on a higher octave, as it's called. Okay, so that's all you need to know then, in order to know how many frets you need to bring a shape up to get a different chord. So if we want to get a B minor, we'll take A minor here, take it all up by one fret. Now this is why the bar is necessary, because we've left behind these strings. So they're just the same no matter where we put this, right? So they need to be dragged up too, and that's where the first finger comes in. Bring it up, and there you go. So that'd be A sharp minor. There's A minor, A sharp minor, B minor. So the next one up, B is one of the exceptions. There's no B sharp, so this is C minor. C sharp minor, D minor, and so on. So, up here, there's G minor up here, for example. Now, so a couple of little things on physically getting them down. Now, they are tough, you really need a good squeeze. So a couple of things is, number one, more important than ever, get those fingers right up to the fret, as close as you can get them, particularly the third finger, because you can see there that the little finger is in its way. It can't quite get up there, so you really need to kind of, make an extra effort with that one and maybe just squeeze it a bit harder to compensate. So as you go up as well, A minor is a 5. This particular way of doing A minor is a 5-string chord. We don't leave in that 6th string generally. You can hear how it just kind of muddies up the chord, okay? So in the same way, you don't need that for your B minor or C minor or any where you put this, right? You can start there. So you see the way I'm holding down the A string, but the 6th string, I'm just touching it, so I kind of just take it out of there. Also, your finger shouldn't generally be flat like that. It should be kind of rolled back on its side like that, so your nail is pointing that way or facing that way. And make sure as well that you avoid this. See that bending your finger in the way? Always keep that bent outwards like that, for now anyway. Okay, so there's your A minor shape. So that'll give you any minor chord at all, right? It's all dependent on where you put it. So in other words, let's say you wanted D minor. So we know this is B. B doesn't have a sharp, so this is C minor, C sharp minor, D minor, D sharp minor, E minor. Now we already know E minor, and listen to the similarity. You've got this one and this one. Different texture, but it is the same chord. Okay, next one then is the E major shape. That's another relatively easy one to take up. So exactly the same thing. There's A minor, and we know that E major is the same thing, just up a string. So there's E major. Same process, switch it all around, so that your index finger is free. So let's say you want F, which is a pretty common one. Remember that E is one of the exceptions. There's no E sharp, so all we need to do is bring that up 1, and there's F. Put the bar down there. Now, this is a 6-string chord, okay? Or a 6-string shape, I should say. So you do need all 6 strings now, but instead of holding it just here, which isn't wrong, but it does make it a bit more difficult because you're going to be have a much stronger grip here with your finger a little bit higher up. Now, I know the nylon strings, they always have usually have a much wider neck. So just get it up as high as you can, and you'll have a stronger grip that way. So then there's F major, F sharp major, G major. Play it the normal way. So slightly different texture, but they are the same chord. Okay, so moving on from that then, we got right on. So we're capoing up on the 3rd fret, which we're playing physically as if we're in A minor. We're starting off with an A minor chord and the other chords are in that key. But we're 3 frets up now, so that's going to be, with no capo, it'll be A minor, A sharp minor, B minor, C minor. So we're actually playing in the key of C minor. Okay, we've got A minor, F major 7. We'll do the F major 7 for now. Oh, by the way, just remember when you're putting on the capo, it should be pretty much right up to the fret. And once you get it on initially, you might find that something like this is happening, where the strings are kind of pulled out of shape. So just let it go, squeeze it open, and then let it back on again. And then it should be okay. All right, so we've got 2, 3. So 2 sets of 4 beats for each chord. A minor, F major 7, or you can just do the F if you want as well, like this. I'll do the major 7 for now. G, and then A minor again. So we've got... We'll do the strumming one first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right on, 2, 3, 4, F. C, U. I could never go with you, no matter how I wanted to. And again. Right. Okay, so then we've got something picky, okay? So we just use your hand for this, and the particular pattern is not terribly important. As long as you have the right amount of notes for each chord, you know, some multiple of 4, then you should be okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something along those lines. So let's try it. A little bit slower this time. 2, 3, 4. Right on. See you. I could never go with you, no matter how I wanted to. One more. Right. I could never go with you, no matter how I wanted to. Okay, so all I'm doing there is I'm just starting off with a bass note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't have to use all your fingers for that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can just bring your 3rd finger down, use a different one. I do recommend using the little finger. A lot of people don't, and they're kind of missing out a little bit as well. So, okay, this video is probably already long enough as it is, so I'll leave you with that. So those 2 bar chords, and as I say, practice your bar chords at the end of a practice session. You know, kind of, you know, whenever you pick up the guitar, do whatever it is you want to do, a few songs, and then at the end, 5-10 minutes of nothing but bar chords, and you know, you should feel a real burn here, okay? And that's a good thing, you know, that just means you're getting stronger and more able to kind of hold them down for longer. So, all right, I'll see you next time.